Yo, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. And yeah, there's a lot of speculation about this and that, about who's good and who's not. Been in the chat, in the comment section all day. Sam Edelman, other different people who listen and watch the show. Shout out to all of the people that be in the comments. You know what I'm saying? This one for y'all. You know what I mean? I'm pulling up just to show y'all, you know what I mean? I care about what y'all be saying in the comments. They were saying that I was, or they wasn't saying me specifically, but if you on a podcast, I guess I gotta kind of like represent y'all in a way where, you know, if I allow it on a panel, then I guess I agree with it. But that's not what this podcast is. You know, a lot of different fans come, Nets fans come with their different opinions about what it is, what's going on, you know what I'm saying, and how they feel about what's going on with the Nets and how we gonna win with the roster we got, or we gotta change it or what. But the point is that you know to critique the players, to critique the coach, not to bash them, not to put them in a negative light where we just, you know what I'm saying, taking stabs at them, know what I mean? We just keeping it real with them, talking basketball. You know what I mean? Shout out to Apartment Gamers and more. That's my guy Sky in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to pull up and say, you know, I appreciate y'all in the comments. I'm glad y'all watched the show. I'm glad y'all, have opinions on the show. I'm glad y'all call people out. You know what I mean? Call these different content creators out. You know, call them out. If you disagree with their opinions on the panel, you know what I'm saying? Say how you feel. Get it off your chest. You feel what I'm saying? That's all good. I feel like we in a situation that me personally, I want to do a player by player evaluation. A player by player evaluation. So y'all could get my perspective. A lot of the times, y'all hear me on a panel with what I'm saying, different fans. So you don't know exactly how I feel about the players exactly. So we're gonna clear that up tonight because we're gonna talk about constructing that. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat, but we're gonna talk about constructing a championship roster, right? So we gonna get to it. We're gonna do a player by player breakdown from the tippity post. From the start of the roster, from first man on the roster to the last man on the roster. I'm saying facts. Oh shit, Joey BK in the chat. Joey BK, a member of the page, man. Y'all see the members on the page scrolling. Joey, one of the members on the page. Yo, become a member on the page, man. You know what I'm saying? Word, man. I employ all of the fans that's listening or that be watching. Become a member, you know. I see your comments in a comment on the page after that, because again, this is basketball and it's forever evolving, and I think fans know the sport too. And I think because fans know the sport, you know, it's good to have these podcasts. That's why I love this podcast, because you don't necessarily have to agree with me. As long as we keep it respectful, it'll work. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna start off with Ochi. I don't want to give an analysis on him. He got a little hustle with him. You know what I mean? Look like he athletic. I see him trying to shoot the three. He not known for shooting the three, but I see him trying to shoot the three. But Nick Claxton. like Nick Claxton is good, but he's not an anchor on defense. If you don't have an anchor on defense, it's not going to work with Clax. I thought Clowney and Clax would be better defenders as a unit. I wanted to see it. They played well together at the end of the season last season. So I haven't been excited because my thing is the combination of Nick Claxton and Noah Clown. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking as a power forward and center is just something we could build around for the championship team. Like I think on the defensive side of the ball. I would just ask for more from Claxton. Like I don't need him to abandon defense because of offense. Like, and we did need Clax on offense, and he did provide that offense. But I just feel like, you know what I mean, on defense, I miss Clax with what he used to be, man. He used to be a beast on the perimeter, bro. Word, like nobody could score on him. I seen Dame Lillard pass up a game-winning shot attempt because he ain't want he ain't want to shoot over Claxton at the 3-point line. Dame would shoot over anybody. Yo, Notorious, what's the word, bro?
What's good, man? How you?
Chilling, man. We just had being honest. A lot of comments in my video at the end of it and at the end of the live stream, and I was just talking to them, and again, I just think that it was more the conversation and the integrity of being able to critique the game opposed to trashing players. Like, the fans, they appreciate us actually breaking down how we see basketball opposed to just trying to like trash the player, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a fine line between constructive criticism and somebody just being a hater and just being negative and having ulterior motives to trash a player or a team. You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
um, some people just don't know how to tell the difference between the two. Like some people just got a deep hate for a certain player or a certain coach or a certain organization, so they're gonna be biased off the rip. You know
Right.
what I mean? And they're not gonna be authentic in they take. So that's throughout sports, man. So you just gotta take that shit with a grain of salt. But then again, you got some people who feel, they get an attitude when you keep it a buck about a certain player or a certain team, and they take that as you being you
Yeah.
being a asshole or you being a hater, man. And
No, see,
that's
that's why.
sometimes you just trying to be call it how you see it. So
Yeah,
I don't,
that's.
you know,
But see, Notorious. The thing with me is that's why I like to pull up the stats. I pull up the stats, and then so I'm giving you the facts first, right? That's pretty much my formula how I'm rocking. You know what I'm saying? I give you the facts first, so we'll go off of the stats. Those are the facts. That's what actually happened. Then we give it into context, and then the opinion is mixed with the context. Now I'm saying that to say when I start like that, you can see first and foremost, I'm not going at them. I'm telling you what happened. Now, after that, you know what I'm saying? We could get into the why, we get into the coaching, because coaching be having something to do with it too. You know what I'm saying? But again, shout to Notorious, shout to Scott. Scott, shout your page out real quick. You know what I'm saying? And then,
Yeah, you can reach me at Apartment Gamer and More on YouTube
mhm.
and X Apartment Gamer One.
Yeah. All right. So we just gonna do a breakdown player for player. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start with Nick Claxton, and then we gonna go to Notorious and you know what I'm saying? And then we gonna go to Scott. Now we professionals, so we all gonna get 60 seconds. We gonna run through this. I'm gonna start with Claxton. Claxton, bro, he's good at what he's doing with the assist, but I need my center to get more rebounds than assists. I need I he continue to do what you do with the assist, but I need you to rebound more. That's it. And then on defense, I miss you, bro. Pause. But the way you used to defend before you scoring right now is, you know what I'm saying, what I'm missing right now. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I'm going to feel like this until I see you pick up on that side of the ball, because you was a defensive playmaker and a leader on defense. There's offensive playmakers and defensive playmakers, and you was a defensive playmaker. So I just want to say, as a fan, I miss that, Claxton. And you know what I'm saying? I don't expect you to be an anchor, but I expect you to be a better perimeter defender for sure. Besides that, yeah, you know what I mean? Keep hooping, man. Do your thing. Know what I mean? All right, so that was me speaking on Claxton. That was my soliloquy about it. Everybody gonna get a minute so we could get to all of these plays. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Notorious. Talk to us. You got a minute. How you feel about Clax?
Listen, y'all already know how I feel about Claxton. I mean, he's a tweener. I mean, Claxton is who he is. He's limited based off his skill set. He's limited based off his size. He does some things well, but in order for him to reach his max ability, he needs to be playing with the right setup. He have to have a right five in the front court with him, or he has to be playing with a point guard who's gonna run that PNR and, you know what I mean, feed him in the post with those lobs, and just open up, the paint for him. It is what it is. I mean, he does some great things well. He's a good defender, you know what I mean? A good weak side help defender. He's nimble on his feet as a big. Um, but yeah, I mean, I just think we need more at the center position. And everybody wants all this stuff from Claxton, but they fail to realize he can't give it to us because, I mean, he's just an undersized five. So that's all I got.
All right, you just gotta talk to us. How you feel about Clax, bro? Shout out to Notorious.
I think Claxton is, like you said earlier in his career, he was when you're around three Hall of Famers, of course you're gonna look good, and it fit where his shortcomings are. But now that we're in rebuild mode, it's much more difficult for like a person like Claxton who has 4 or 5 years under his belt to do the things that he done before, because you got rookies around you. They're going to be in the wrong place. They're not going to be in the right spot. They're not going to hit their shot. Some of them are not hitting their shot. You don't have shooters around him for him to thrive. You understand what I'm saying? And it hurts him. It hurts him because everybody's on the perimeter and he's in the paint. How you gonna just put Claxton in the paint and everybody else shooting?
Yeah, shout out to Scott. Yeah, we got Brooklyn LM on the panel. Talk to us. Latrell Music, man. What's the word, man? How you feel about Claxton?
I mean, I'm kind of off Claxton. Like, it is what it is at this point. At 26 years old, I feel like there ain't much more we really gonna see from. We need better improvement at the center position, and we got to get a more physical, dominant rim protector or interior presence. Like, maybe even if they ain't the best perimeter defender, they gonna hold down that paint. They're gonna establish, hey, ain't no coming in this paint easy. Like, you gonna have to work for it. Um, he got the height, but he just don't have the strength. He just gets bullied in the paint. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't necessarily take middies. He's wide open. He looking for the guy instead of they giving him the shot. He's looking for the guy. He's looking for MPJ to take a contested three. He's at the 3-point line, lost. He doesn't even take a step in, pull up mid range or something like that. Like, he's looking for somebody. Like, he looks lost in the offense. Like, it's just, like, this is just what he does. He just looks lost on the court, and it's like,
all right, you got it. He good. Clark can't take no more. No mas. All right, so we're gonna go to the next player. All right, so you know what I mean. Y'all could get a gist. Y'all hear us critiquing them, hearing about their game. This is what we really think about the players. You know what I'm saying? So the next one up is Noah Clowney. Noah Clowney, I feel like you got the advantage because the Brooklyn Nets want to run offense through a stretch four. They want the stretch four to be a big part of their offense. They want, to be able to create space and offense after you knocking down a three consistently, and then doing it, knocking down the three consistently, and then after knocking down the three consistently, coming into a pump fake threat and getting to the rim. And I think they want that from Noah Clowney. I think they want to continue to go through Noah Clowney because that's the way they want to play the game. So he has the advantage to continue to play, develop, and get better, and increase his confidence. If it's not Noah Clowney, they're gonna get another player to play the same exact way. I don't expect him to be an enforcer, but I do expect him to help Claxton a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they could have been a dynamic duo. I'm not seeing that as a recent. I don't think he got the spot on lock. It's up for grabs. But talk to us, Nettori. Oh no, that was 30 seconds. My bad. That was a minute. Yeah, that was 30. That was a minute. All right, so we're gonna go to Nettorius. Nettorius, talk to us. How you feel about Noah Clowney?
I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with Clowney, man, because he started off strong, and it's just the consistency with him. I mean, I see that he came into this season a little bit more physical. I see that he's been working on his three ball. You know what I mean? The confidence is there. But we just lead a little bit more in other areas of the game, man. Like, yo, you gotta find, like, you beeline into the basket and just like, bro, I don't know what he be doing. It's just like he just be running into people or running into traffic and getting the ball stolen and just be forcing his way into the paint and just be just like throwing up anything. I just need more from him. That's all. I just need more consistency. It's like sometimes I look at him and I'm like, yo, he could be a solid rotational piece or a solid starter in this league. And then sometimes I just don't know, bro. Like, it just, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm on the fence with Clowney, though.
All right, shout out to Notorious. That's how you feel about Noah Clowney. We're going to go to Scott. Scott, Apartment Gamers and More is his podcast. Talk to us how you feel about Noah Clowney.
He hit the nail on the hit the hammer on the nail. He started off great, but now it's like he fall off. He's busy trying to put the ball on the floor and get to the basket, which is true. He has been attempting more free throws. Not that much, but more. He doesn't get too many calls in the paint, but he does have a little move where he comes up and under. He developed that move over the summer, and he goes to the line now. So that was one of the things that he wanted to do. He always been they had always put him in a shooter spot on the three line. So it is what it is. Sometimes it depends on what team you on and what the coach does to, better your career. So in this case, when you have a failing organization that's, to me, failing, your player's going to fail. That's my opinion.
Okay. All right. Shout out to Scott. Y'all can follow him at Apartment Gamers and More. We're going to go to Brooklyn LM. Brooklyn LM, talk to us, man. How you feel about Noah Clowney?
Huge aggression. I mean, not to sound pessimistic about every player, but he just regressed. I mean, he just turned into. I don't think he turned into what we expected him to be. He's just at the 3-point line shooting threes, but there's nothing else that. He's capable of being a good defender, I feel, but I just don't feel like there's really nothing else to explore. With Clowney, he'll be a good 3-point shooter, I feel, but in terms of the 4 position, I don't think he got that on lock. I think we can get somebody, hopefully, if it's AJ or Caleb or Boozer, that can replace him. But so but that's where I'm at with Clowney.
I didn't know you was gonna say that. All right, cool. So that's it. You ain't got nothing else to say.
Nah, man. We see what Clowney is at this point. He can still improve. I'm hope he does, but
all right, so
you don't got the phone lock.
All right, so for Diego Domen, We gonna go 2-3 minutes just because he the lottery pick. You know, it's probably gonna be more to say about Diego Doman. A lot of mixed feelings about Diego Doman. I'm gonna go first. But let me see. Hold on. Here we go. Diego Doman, the eighth lottery pick. You know what I'm saying? Eighth pick in the lottery. I think for the most part, he's player developed a jump shot where you know that he got a 3-point shot that is non-debate. That's undebatable. Um, I question his confidence. I think that's part of him being a rookie, him being shy to get to the basket. And that's something that I do feel confident the player development staff could work on. And I do think that he develops the confidence to drive to the basket more. He had a big dunk driving to the basket. So he's shown strides of, him being able to drive to the basket. And I think that if he wants to drive to the basket second because he wants to open up his game with the three ball first, he's done enough from the beginning of the season to now to continue to play like that. If he's a player that is an off ball player, and because that's what I'm seeing for the most part from Diego in the beginning of the season, that he's a better off ball player than all ball player, even though the plans for the Nets was to make him a point guard. You're not necessarily taking it away from Diego, but with the rise of Nolan Traore, which we'll get to, you don't necessarily have to play Diego at the one because he's, in my opinion, a better two than a one. Now, to me, I would love for Diego to embrace the transition of being a shooting guard over a point guard for the simple fact that he doesn't have to have the responsibility of putting the ball on the floor in his first year as player development. If you want to put 400% emphasis on your shooting, then go full throttle. The name of the position is shooting guard. That's what you do the most. You are a shooting guard. Embrace that. Look in the mirror and say, I am a shooting guard. It's okay. And I think at the end of the day, I feel like once he embraces that and more of the league, more of the Nets fans and around the league embrace that, he's a two guard more than a point guard, at least in this first season, rookie season for him, then he will play better if he watches film. He watches Reggie Miller. You know what I'm saying? Watches how he got open off of screens. Even watch players like Curry. Watch current players, how they coming off of screens, how they, scoring the ball because they cut into the basket. Like he don't have to put the ball on the floor to score because he's 6'9". If he could learn how to cut to the basket more, learn how to not just hug the perimeter as an offensive threat and cut to the basket, these are ways that he could become an 18 to 22 point scorer a game. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to put the ball on the floor to score. So that's what I want to see from Diego. I'm glad he's our eighth pick. I got a lot of confidence in him playing develops to second, third, fourth year. But we're gonna go to Notorious, man. So says Notorious. How you feel about Diego Doman?
Diego, man, listen, I need you to find some confidence, bro. I need you to find a heart. I need you to find a dribbling coach, somebody like Phil Handy, somebody to get in the gym and tighten up your dribbling. I need you to find a weight room. And I need you to find a bag, bro. Like, I'm sorry. I'm going to be the guy to say it, but I think we just got caught up in Yegor shooting, and it's like, oh, Yegor, yeah, Yegor. But what does Yegor give you outside of shooting? Like, if he's not hitting his shot and he's not giving you nothing else. Like, we need more from Yegor, bro. So he better come into next year with a vengeance. He better be working on all his deficiencies, because if he think he just going to shoot a couple of threes and shy away in the corner, that's not enough, bro. That's not enough. I'm sorry. I need more out of my number 8 pick. It is what it is.
But that's it.
Yeah, that's just is what it is. Like, we need more, bro. Like,
no, because if you only need a minute, you good.
No, I forgot. I forgot you said we could get more than a minute. So but I ain't gonna be too much long-winded with it. But yeah, man, like, don't get me wrong. I like that he's hitting the three, but bro, you gotta be able to like do other things. I you got to be able to get to your spots. You got to be able to break the defense down. You got to be able to get in the paint touches. Like right now, to me, Yegor is looking like a role player right now. That's what he's looking like. That's what he's looking like. He's panning out to be a role player or a little above average role player. This is not looking, I don't know. Like I'm saying, I know it's his first year, but he's just not aggressive enough for me, bro. Like, I'm sorry. And then maybe he's not aggressive enough because, you know what I mean? He's not confident in his handle and his abilities, but he need to go find that, bro. Cause listen, if he going if this is going to be what if this is what he's going to be in the following years, I don't know, bro. I see a role player, or I see above average role player right now. But hopefully he could put it together, man, because we need more out of him going forward. That's all I got.
All right, shout out to Notorious, man. These are our honest opinions about how we feel about the players on this team. After this, we probably won't go through every single player, just the starting five and maybe a few other players, but because the conversation is to construct a championship team. So, that being said, we're gonna go to Scott. Scott, talk to us, man. How you feel about Yegor Domin?
In college, he had to pick and roll, and he was leading the college in assists coming off a pick and roll. Maybe they need to run that for him because he's not a point guard. He's not a point guard. You cannot be lackadaisical bringing the ball up. Nolan is definitely a point guard, but that's being said. Yegor defensively, I don't know if you can teach. Well, defense is an effort. He needs more offense defensively. Don't be scared, man. Sometimes you can't. You got to come out there like you the shit, and play like you the shit. Let them know that you about your business. I don't know where, but you can't take it out on the teammates because you're a rookie. Don't turn and look at somebody else when your man blew by you and racked the rim. You know what I'm saying? Then look at somebody else. What are you looking for? He blew by you. Okay. You can't look for Clowney and the rest of them to relieve you. That's not always going to happen. As far as shooting is concerned, he's a great shooter. He's a decent shooter. But like you said, you need a bag. I mean, somebody has to have a bag when they come in the NBA. You don't just develop everything when you come to the NBA. You got to have something. You can't just come in the NBA with nothing. Oh, I'm 6'8" and I could dribble. That's not good enough. That's just not good enough. Taking 3 shots a game. Come on. That's not good enough.
So what you want to see from Yegor for him to, you know what I mean?
Well, he need to improve on his defense. He need to be able. Well, it's all on the coaching. I think personally, if Jordy can get him right by next season, I think he has the tools. He might not be quick enough though, because the 2 position in the NBA, them dudes are nice, dude. I mean, they quick, fast, strong, confident, play above the rim. I don't know if Yegor can do that. I really don't. But I'll give him time. He's a rookie next year, but you ain't got that much time. Draft is coming.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, I'll give you 30 more seconds about what Yegor.
I know that it's what you call him, man, though. Like Sean drafted him, so
right.
That might not mean much because Sean drafted other players that we thought he liked too, but they ain't here neither. So I don't know what to tell you. Welcome to the NBA, but get your shit together, man. You gotta play some defense. You gotta play hard, man. You can't be scared of the paint. Cannot be.
Okay. All right, so yeah, shout out to Scott, man. Y'all heard what he said. He said what he said. This is our critique on the players. Again, we're gonna further this conversation. We're gonna go to Brooklyn LM. Brooklyn LM, talk to us. How you feel about Diego, bro?
Uh, Diego is interesting. I especially since watching him in college, watching him, in the pros. Um, my opinion on him is that to me, he is a point guard. His innate playmaking ability is just not being shown, and I think the way they want it to be seen. He has the ability to find people, which to me has not gone. He has that ability. I think necessarily for Yegor, a lot like I agree, he needs to develop his handle, he needs to get stronger, but the way that our development team is handling him, especially in the second half of the season, I don't agree with. You're having him and Nolan share minutes and you're putting him in the corner. To me, I said something on here about coaches making their players uncomfortable. You have to make him uncomfortable. It doesn't matter if he gets a turnover. It doesn't matter if he's going through his ups and downs.
Mm.
You have to make him drive to the rim. You have to make him take mid ranges. Yes, a lot of this is assertiveness, but a lot of this is on coaching. A good coach, a good staff is going to get their players to do things that they necessarily don't want to do. And it's not because, of course they may be horrible out there. Everybody is horrible in something they're not used to at first. But you build reps and you get comfortable at it. So now it's something that is comfortable to you. And the way that Jordy is using him, you haven't him take 4 shots on the court with no one. That's not how this works, especially in this MPJ centered offense. Like MPJ sometimes don't even see Yegor on the court. He's just shooting up threes and taking attempts. You're not trying to find him or run a pick and roll with him. Like you just doing dribble handoffs. Like that's not how you're going to get your point guard to grow. We've seen in a lot of point guards in the NBA, we've seen point guards grow over the years. I've seen Cade grow. I've seen De'Aaron Fox grow. I've seen these guys grow, and they weren't necessarily the people who they were today at the start of the season. Even Scoot Henderson at this point on Portland has grown, and that's because they are being allowed to make mistakes. They're being allowed to set guys up. Like, and it's a reason for that is because their coaches, it's a matter of trust. Their coaches are letting them do the uncomfortable things. They sent Scoop to the G League. He came back, put him in uncomfortable positions to set up the offense. Now he's looking fine. Like at this point in time, I just think the way they're using Yegor is wrong. He's not going to get developed if you're just having him be a spot up shooter. Of course, we know he can shoot the three, and that's something that I feel like what works for us with him is that he's aware of his detriments. He's aware that he has to get stronger. He's aware that he has to take mid ranges and get used to the physicality. He says it in his post game interview. So I have to think he has some sort of self awareness.
Yeah,
But
nah,
Can I ask Ellen a question though?
Yeah,
Ellen,
go ahead.
mhm.
So you said that you named all those players, but keep it a buck, bro. You named Cade, you named Scoop. I don't remember any of those players being as passive as Yegor, bro. Like, I don't remember them being as passive. Like, I think I can't agree with you that Jordy is not putting him in position. I think he just don't want it. I think it's a mentality thing. I think
I
he's
think so
scared.
too. I think so
I
too,
don't.
Joe.
I
I don't
don't.
think
I
it
don't
got
listen.
nothing. We gotta stop coddling these dudes, bro. Like
Nah,
think
hold
so,
on.
too.
Nah,
I
hold
don't
on,
think
hold
it's.
on.
I don't think it's.
on a rebuilding team. I
Right.
think
I don't
Jordy.
necessarily think it's. I don't
I
think it's
think
really
Jordy. I think
coddling.
Marks wants them. Like, listen, we gonna let you guys go. We want to see what you guys got. We putting y'all in the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I
Now,
don't think it's
I don't
necessarily.
think they telling
hold
him to
on.
go in the corner for the three. I think that's where he want to be at because he passive.
Right now, hold on. What I will say is the reason why Diego don't take as many shots as he should is because he can't dribble. if he was someone who could handle the rock and get past a player without a pick or a screen, or you playing off ball and looking for his shot, I think Jordy
That's a
Fernandez, the
fact.
coach,
How many
would
times? How
give
many
him more
times y'all
shot.
seen Diego take somebody off the dribble and
He
get to his
never.
spot and shoot? It
Never.
rarely happens.
So,
He's
Never.
not.
what I'm
He's
But
saying,
look.
hold on,
He's
hold
not.
on. So
He's
let
not.
me
Go
Hold on.
ahead.
let
Real
me
quick.
say
Let me
this,
just say
right?
this. He's
Go
yeah, but
ahead.
not
some things
shooting
you
the
can't put
ball.
on Jordy. That's not on Jordy.
He's not shooting the ball unless he wide open.
I'm
But
not
he,
listen. I'm not
yeah.
saying that. I'm to Joey's point. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying that yes, a part of that is also on coaching. I'm not taking away your fact that you're saying that he doesn't have to be assertive because he does. I said that he has to be assertive. He has to find a point to put points on the board. He has to have a point to where he has to demand the ball. I'm not saying you're wrong. What I'm saying is, as a coach, if you're seeing that in your player, it's your job to call that out. It is on him. I'm not saying that you're wrong in that. It is on him
Bro,
too.
I ain't gonna
But as
hold
a
you. I
coach,
seen I
you have to
seen
call that
Jordy.
out in him.
I seen Jordy call it out a couple of times in post interviews about Diego and them not being aggressive enough.
Well, they put a gun to his head and say, "I'll kill you if you don't do what you got to do." Like I don't know. Like do something. Like
My thing,
let the
okay,
kid
here's
go
my
out.
thing,
Like
LM. Here's my thing,
say, "I'll
LM.
I'll kidnap your
Hold on, real
family if you
quick.
don't go.
Here's
If you
my
don't
thing.
take a mid range." I
This is
don't
a
know.
hypothetical because we don't know. What if Jordy is doing that and Jaeger just doesn't want to do it? You can
Yeah, I
lead a
mean
horse to the water, but that don't mean he gonna drink.
that's right. I mean,
That two things could be true at once. I'm not saying that you're wrong,
it
but
could
in
be.
my
It.
opinion, I
Go
just
ahead.
think it's also because we're not. If you seeing a player do and especially a player on your team, and you're seeing him do pick and rolls, and you're looking at them like, oh, okay, he's known for pick and roll. Why are you not allowing him to do it? Now, I'm not saying on the court he just doesn't have the authority and be like, hey, yo, screw what Jordy talking about. Let me run this pick and roll. I think he needs to do that. I think that's what Nolan does that separates him from Yegor. He don't follow this offense
I think.
bullshit.
I
He go
think.
out there and do what the fuck he wants
I
to do
think.
and what he needs to do,
I think Nolan
which I
showed
think is
that
a
he can
difference.
get to the rim. See, in the NBA is different than college, and the college is different. In the NBA, everybody, even
Scott,
a
the
low
the
play,
the
even a
the
low
difference
place team,
between Nolan, why Nolan does it more consistently is because Nolan's always been better at getting to the rim than Yegor.
right,
That's why he was top five. He was known for
right,
being a guy that gets to the rim. That
right,
he
right,
may
right.
not
I
be
agree.
a good at it, but he did it
Yo,
more than Yegor.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The more he get minutes, I
He's
think
a point guard in the NBA.
right. But hold
I've
on,
said
hold
repeatedly, if
on,
Nolan is
y'all.
our point guard, I'm
Yeah,
good.
hold on,
It
y'all.
don't
But
matter to
let's.
me.
All right, so hold on. Let me just speed through this. We're gonna skip Tyson at the end there, Cheney Johnson, EJ Liddell, Terrence Mann. Uh, we're gonna get back to Josh Minot, right? We're gonna get back to. We just gonna talk about
Are we
Nolan
going? How we
Traore.
not going to do Nolan though? Can we do Nolan?
No, we
We
doing
gotta
Nolan.
do
We
Nolan.
we skip. We get into Nolan right now. We
Nolan might
skipping.
be our number one pick.
Yeah, we skipping all those. We actually skipping all those players to get to Nolan right now. All right, so what I will say about Nolan Traore is I sound more that him being the top 5 pick was a real thing. I just felt like in the beginning of the season when the draft time, this off season, that a lot of Euro players was getting a lot of recognition, and I just thought it was a lot of hype. And then when he came, he started, he didn't have a good start. I thought it was just hype, but he went to the G League and he came back. And again, with everybody talking positionless basketball, to me, he looks like a true point guard. He looks to pass first. He looks for the P&R. He looks to get downhill, and he looks to pass first. And if he can't pass it, I think he could work on his finishing. I think that he plays under the rim. He's not necessarily going and look for the dunk. So I think that he could learn from players like Kyrie that know how to find angles on a backboard. And I know he probably could just watch Kyrie highlights in secret. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to tell the Brooklyn Nets that's what he doing. You know what I mean? Or just look at any or Tony Parker or any point guard that uses the glass. You know what I'm saying? And Tony Parker is a real good example. Like actually, exactly. If you don't want to get in trouble with the Brooklyn Nets by looking at Kyrie Irving, I'm saying, look at
So you're looking at Tony Parker.
yeah, look at Tony Parker. You know what I'm saying? Tony
Oh,
Parker
that's
is
fucked
another
up.
one
That's
that
so wrong.
has the same style of where he gets downhill. Tony Parker was very good inside of the 3-point line. Probably one of the better players. And I know Tony Parker and Duncan did the pick and roll many times. So I'm saying that to say that I believe, you know, you got a situation where one day they're gonna want to build around a Nolan Traore and give him somebody to run the PNR with. I think it's that serious. I think if we're gonna focus on this offense being built and going forward, we should run it through Nolan Traore. I don't want to run it through Diego where he get the most shot attempts. I'm tired of seeing it being ran through MPJ. I done seen every jump shot I could possibly see with different, you know what I'm saying, different jumpers and all of that. So my thing is, I don't want to see the offense through MPJ no more. I don't want to see, you know, the offense ran through Noah Clowney taking a bunch of threes in the beginning of the game. And I don't want to see Clax doing Euros in the beginning of the game. I want the offense to run through. That's the bread and butter. That's where we start at. We don't start with the 3 ball. We start with the way Nolan Traore plays the game. He's going to get downhill. He's going to play fast. So crash the boards. Play defense, crash the boards. And the first thing you do when you get the rebound is you give it to Nolan Traore. Because one, he could be probably the fastest player on the court. For one. For two, they can't trap him at the half court. I've seen him break. I have not seen nobody stolen the ball from Nolan Traore. He has no turnovers at the half court line. All his turnovers come from, you know what I'm saying, the him, inside the 3-point line or something like that. But none of the traps work. The same way they used to trap Cam Thomas, that shit does not work on Nolan Traore. That's a fact. So I'm saying there's a lot of reasons why I agree that he was probably a top 5 pick and potentially in the off season. And I like what I see. Earlier I say he was the French Trae Young, just because that's what he reminds me of. He reminds me of a fearless player that's kind of relentless, kind of, you know what I'm saying? He got the nod from Victor Wembanyama, you know what I mean? Like, number 1 pick in a Victor Wembanyama, giving him the nod, saying that he could see, you know what I'm saying, the game in Nolan Traore. I think the Nets got to steal at 19. I think he's the best player that we drafted. He's my favorite player, and he heals me from my Cam Thomas pain that I had that I don't have no more.
Me too.
All right, so we're gonna go to Notorious. Talk to us, man. How you feel about Nolan Traore, man?
Yeah, Nolan's our best rookie. As of right now, he's our best rookie. There's a couple knocks I got on Nolan. And listen, just because I got these knocks doesn't mean I don't love the kid, because I do.
know.
What I want him to do is, when he gets into the paint, I want him to be more assertive. What I want him to do is be more assertive with the midi, right? Instead of when he gets in the paint, sometimes he looks around and he tries to pass it back out. Teams be waiting on that shit, and they waiting for you to kick it back out. I want you to get into the paint and either make the big bite or make the right pass, or I want you to be effective enough at the midi or the floater to where they gotta respect it, and they, you know what I mean. So that I want him to work on his 3-ball, and I want him to bulk up a little bit and be able to finish through contact. So when he does go to the rack, you know what I mean, he can embrace that embrace that physicality and try to get some and ones, or you know what I mean, draw some fouls. That's it. Besides that, everything else I love about the kid. And I'm going to keep it short and sweet like that. If he could just work on those things, work on that midi, work on that floater, work on that 3-pointer, and just being able to manipulate the PNR and get a little bit more physicality, he's going to be a problem.
Yeah, he's going to be a problem.
Yo, shout out to Notorious. Thank you for joining the panel. You already know. Shout out to Player One. He a moderator on the page. He sent the super chat. Thank you for the super chat, Player One. Player One is one of the better fans. Always in the comments saying this and that. Sometimes I post his comments. Sometimes I read it and just keep it to myself. But he, you know what I'm saying? He definitely adds value to the show. So I wanted to say thank you before I read the super chat. He says, Traore reminds me a bit of rookie Maxey. It's more than just the speed. He plays with that type of aggression. He's just not as polished though. I agree. To Joey's point, when he's coming off of that role, he doesn't always have to get to the rim. You know, he could stop short and take the midi. You know, you don't have to always roll to the rim, especially if the defense is going to go under the screen. If they're going to go under the screen because of your speed, and they know you could get to the rim because of the after the roll or the screen, learn that midi. He will be unstoppable. He will be averaging 20 plus points, 23
Easy.
points easily by adding that midi and the floater. I won't get into more the midi or the floater, but that per se will make him a three-way scorer.
Yeah, if he hits the three,
it's a lot of space, Scott. It's a lot of space right there for him.
Yeah,
like, you know, if
they'll be scared of him. They'll be scared of him. They'll trap him. They'll trap him in important parts of the game because they'd be scared of him. Mm-hmm. You know, so I mean,
but I take my chances. You trying to trap Nolan Traore? You again. I've seen traps happen where Cam Thomas had to get the ball out of his hand.
Yeah.
Every time they tried to trap Nolan Traore, they couldn't. The only way you could stop Nolan Traore, is ball denial. So that means you will have two players following him. Somebody open. You know, if he's going to start almost getting doubles or getting doubled as a rookie, he is. Bro, trust me. If Rick Carlisle then got Tyrese Halliburton as a point guard, you know what I'm saying? Think about the guards Rick Carlisle had as a coach, bro. He is definitely getting recognition from Rick Carlisle and big media, not just the Nets fans. Nolan Traore name is buzzing in the NBA right now. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, the ruler said sag off of him. If he hits the outside shot, though, then the game it's wide open. He'd be wide open. He'd be hurting people.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, and again, you gotta remember, player one, he contrasted Nolan Traore to a rookie Tyrese Maxey. Mm-hmm. And I remember Tyrese Maxey. He was, you know what I mean? He was nice, but he was just fast, and you could tell that with practice he could get better, and he did. Tyrese Maxey averaged what did he average?
Close to 30
right there, 29.
Close to 30, yeah.
Bro, so let's just look at Tyrese Maxey player development. Shout out to player one for the super chat. First season, he averaged 8 points. See, this is why it's a good contrast. He averaged 8 points and 87% from the free throw line. He didn't take a lot of threes, just like him. This is a great fucking super chat, man. Averaged 7 field goals and how many? He got 2 assists. It's a 6 point. Yo, I just heard that sound. That shit is funny as hell. And then so right now he's averaging more than 2 assists a game. We're going to go to his stats, but I want y'all to see his stat line, and then we're going to go and look at Nolan Traore's stat line as a rookie. Look at his rookie stat line.
I think he can be, if developed properly, he can be under that Maxey, De'Aaron Fox archetype, like that kind of guy where both of those guards is fast. I think that's what we need to study. Both of them are fast as hell, but I think what they developed in is they know how to get to their spots. They know how to get to the midi. They know how to get to the three. They're good at finishing at the rim. And if he can watch De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Maxey and take game from them, like he gonna be a problem. And I was telling, Pod was talking about, in this game, we have big point guards now, but I was like that don't take away from what Maxi can do. That don't take away from what De'Aaron can do. Shit, even Brunson and these small guys, he can hold his own at the defensive end too. He can get you 3 steals. He can get a stop on the fast break. He can even get you a block. Like there's more to his game than what we've seen, and he can. When we drafted Yegor, it wasn't immediately like that's our point guard right there. I said off rip, yo, that's gonna be a battle, and Nolan so far has been proven he won it. You know what I'm saying? So he looking like he won it, and if he our point guard, bro, you put him next to the Boston or Boozer or Peterson.
Is it me? Do I
but
think?
no, but hold on. That was the other part of the show, so we could just get to that now. But I just wanted to see. I wanted to see how when we contrast Maxi and Nolan Traore again. Shout out to Player One. It's very close. As a rookie, Maxi averaged 8 points. Nolan Traore averaged 8 points. So as a rookie, Nolan Traore right now is averaging close to 4 assists with 3.7 at 3.7. Maxi averaged 2 assists. So I'm saying that to say it's very close. The field goal percentage is a little higher than Nolan Traore. He was a little more efficient than Nolan Traore, but that's okay. He took around the same amount of 3-pointers, to give or take a little less, a little more. He did shoot the free throw percentage at a higher clip, but not way off. This is just one of the more spot on comparisons of Nolan Traore. I've said Trae Young. We've heard so far. We've heard he should play. We've heard Trae Young from me. We've heard Tyrese Maxey from Player One. Y'all just said De'Aaron Fox. Who y'all said? De'Aaron Fox and who else?
That's it.
Okay, so that's 3. So if we could see those kind of players in him, and I'm saying that he should watch film of Tony Parker.
Oh yeah.
I just see him with elite company. I see him being one of the better point guards in the league. I know everything supposed to be positional basketball and this and that.
Don't play that no more.
One of the better point guards in the NBA. Serious.
I don't know where that position is basketball come from. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know.
The wing being dominant for a minute, and then
you know where it come from.
Remember that Houston tried to win with small forward at the center?
Oh yeah.
They was wilding.
That's a fact though. Player One make a good point. He doesn't need to be. We're not talking about he needs to be an elite shooter, but if it's a point where you gotta respect him from him.
Yeah, he just got to shoot close to 40. If he shoot anywhere near 40,
37%, 38%,
that's excellent. That's good enough. That's a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you talking about he, like to Joey's point, he takes the puller mid ranges.
Yeah,
he gets to the mid range.
Yeah. He already showed he got a teardrop in the paint.
Listen, he got the Wemby stamp already, man.
He already showed up.
Wemby, he got the Wemby stamp. So
if he developed that turn on, turn off speed, like turn it on and then turn it off, forget it.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. I like and don't like the Wemby stamp LM because it just when you said that, I just feel like he liked him too much. You know what I'm saying?
But my question,
they French, man. Of course they go. They French, man. They support.
Yeah. That's the French connection.
But calling each other with the breakfast spots.
But Wemby know that guy got game. He got game.
No, seriously. Wemby probably be trying to chill with Nolan Traore. Don't be trying to recruit Nolan Traore, Wemby, man. We see.
They don't need Nolan over there, man. They already got they
got
clogged up at the point guard.
Yeah, they good. They might have to let somebody go.
If we don't got a French phenom over here, but we do got the French Flash. You know what I'm saying? If he can become a phenom over here, you know what I'm saying, in Brooklyn with our draft pick, Nolan gonna be fine.
Is it me though? I think what you call him doesn't run well though. Yegor. You ever see the way he runs?
Yeah, no, he sometimes he labored through the injury. You can see it.
Oh, you see, he's hurt. He's still hurt.
Well, I would
Yeah,
say
they
I would
have him
say,
out tomorrow.
yeah, like they managing that foot. This whole season they've been
Well, he
managing.
might have foot problems his whole career.
Bro, you gotta realize they put Yeager in a situation where Ben Sarab started over Yeager, and everybody knows that Ben Sarab had no business in the starting lineup over Yeager. But at the end of the day, they had to manage Yeager. They had to manage Yeager. They wasn't about to risk
Well,
a
he
lot.
started off wrong. He started off.
And then it's not just the Nets, you know. So Kate Cunningham missed almost or like a whole season. You know,
Yeah,
there's
that's
been
true.
lottery picks
That's
higher
true.
than Yeager that miss
Yeah, that's
significant
true.
amount of time.
That
So
is true. That's true.
and that's what I was saying. Like we don't need to rush Yeager.
Yeah. I get it.
I'd rather not rush him back and he come back 100% and play, let's say, I don't know, 41 games. Then him go through 50 games. You know what I'm saying?
I think the only reason why they don't want to send, well, they wouldn't send him to the G League, but it's because he's a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
Which sometimes you have to give a guy a break, man. Like you said, if he's laboring, running down the court, come on, man.
But Scott, we gotta remember too. Like we've seen, like you remember the first when the season first started, when Nolan looked unplayable at times.
Yeah. He was out of place. Yeah.
But you see now, the second half of the season.
Yeah. His confidence is better.
His confidence is at all.
No, I agree. It takes time. I mean, I'm not saying Yeager is terrible. What I'm saying is he might need time.
Yeah.
He might need
Pretty
time.
much with all these rookies, I feel like.
Yeah.
I just think
even the
Nolan's
ones
ahead of the pack.
I think Nolan is a true 10, and as he should have been drafted higher than 19.
Yeah, that might be something people look at.
Right.
He should have, but
you might be looking back at it,
in the future and be like, "Dang, Nolan could have been
nice.
Nolan is nice. Nolan can be nice, get his bucket, average 20-something points, close to 10 assists, getting to the rim. Come on, man.
But remember,
like top 10 to me.
You get the situation with these guys, like
yeah.
You remember MPJ was supposed to be a top 5 pick. You know what I'm saying?
He was injured.
Denver.
He was injured.
You know, Nolan was supposed to be a top 5 pick, but he fell to us. So realistically, his future, he might be better than the 5 that we drafted.
That's what I'm saying.
In the near future, he might be the best player to come out of the 5 we drafted. You know, so
but then again, Yeager might, 2 years from now be the man.
Might surpass him. So you just really up in the air. We really don't know.
We don't know yet because it's too soon for these rookies. We need to play them more. In Yeager's case, if he's running out, to me it looked like he's laboring coming up the court. That's me. I understand his dribbling is not like Nolan. Nolan, everything the game must be slow to him because he's really fast. And that's why, some people, when they think fast, it's slow to them, but they fast. And they, everybody else is like, damn, why is this dude moving so quick?
if there's sets that Jordy is calling, like with Yeager, I can see where he falls into that, but with Nolan, I can't tell because he just goes out there and just does his own thing.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't really necessarily follow the Jordy MPJ dribble handoff offense. Like he's on the court setting people up. He's on the court running pick and rolls.
I think Jordy trusts him. I think Jordy know he can do this. That's why, and I think Jordy is a good guard coach. Let me put it that way. Like his offense is predicated on guard play.
But they do have to find a way to get Yeager more involved. If you're gonna have Nolan and Yeager on the court, like they have to take turns. I feel like practically having the ball, putting the ball on the floor, and setting each other up. Like you have to give Yeager those touches instead of just or to Joey's point, maybe he want to just be in the corner. If that's the case, then you're not growing that way, buddy. You gotta
you better.
You gotta do.
My My thing to him is don't get comfortable. Don't get
Yeah.
comfortable with the fact that you the 8th pick and that, we know people know who you are.
My
Because
thing is, I hope it's not a red flag, right? Because, like I said, we get it. He has to, grow into his body. He has to get more physicality. He has to get stronger faster. He's still growing. He's still a kid. But when you're not even trying, bro, to me, that's a red flag because I think that's a mentality type thing. Like,
yeah,
I know
Joey.
you brought up Scoot, I know you brought up Cade, and you brought up those other guys, but granted, yes, those other guys wasn't doing near as what they're doing now in today's NBA, but they also weren't as passive as Jaeger is. You know what I mean? So, I just hope this is not a trend. You know what I mean? Like he's going to be like this next year and the year after that to where he's just passive and non-aggressive because we need him to be aggressive so he can open up things for other people on the court. So listen, I'm sorry, man, you get a number 8 pick and he turned into a role player. That's kind of L, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I could see that perspective. If he's doing the same thing in year two, something gotta be pulled up. Like you gotta
yeah, you
look
know
at
what
the
I'm
kid
saying?
and be
Like,
like,
we get
what's
it.
their
LM,
development?
I know he not going to be doing all this extravagant shit, and I get it. Certain NBA players peak at different points. But my thing is, my nigga, I'm not mad at you if you go out there and you mess up. I'm going to be mad if you not even trying, though. Don't be Ben
Yeah,
Simmons. You know what I mean?
yeah, facts. I
So,
I, I
Like
completely
how
agree.
often you want to see Diego drive to the rim? I'm saying four times. Like
All game, every game, all 12 minutes.
Yeah, I
If
mean
he
you
if he shoots a
guys,
three,
even
take him out the game.
and let me just say this real quick. Even if he's not driving to the rim, is it safe to say, listen, if you're not driving to the rim, you got to learn how to move without the ball to get to your spots. Don't just sit in the corner. Like, try to get
Right.
open. You know what I mean? Run around the screen or something. I don't know. Keep moving. Do something to get open. Don't just be, because you can still be aggressive without the ball. You can still hunt shots and get to your spots without the ball. You feel what I'm saying?
And he has to
And
do
he's not
better
even
hunting
doing that.
mismatches too.
I
Like
think I
you gotta
don't
hunt the mismatch.
it's got to be something Jordy see in his game that's not translating. It has to be. I'm not seeing
Maybe.
it. I mean, we sitting here watching him in the game, but it's something that Jordy know. This dude,
Scott,
they
it's not
trying to
the
protect his,
Scott. It's a
they trying to
confidence thing.
protect his fragile young
Listen,
guy. Because you can easily get your whole
I don't think it has nothing
bravada.
to do with Jordy, guys. I think it's a confidence thing. I think Diego knows he doesn't have a bag, and he's not quick enough to get around most NBA defenders.
And that's
So with that
bad
being
because that
said,
means you shouldn't
he's
have been
going
a
to
top 10
shy
pick.
away. He's going to shy away from trying to
Then
hunt
you shouldn't have
shots
been a top 10
and
pick.
take people off the dribble and do all that extra
What
stuff.
if it's a case where he's not like a great defender, but he's like an average defender in his career?
I mean, I saw San Antonio, the whole bench flew by him. Every guard
True,
in
but
the, in
it's
the
like San Antonio's personnel, like they large, strong, 6'7"
well,
wing
he's six
guys
eight.
that can.
He's 6'8".
That don't mean nothing to Castle or to Dylan Harper or
Yeah,
to
because
or to them.
Castle made him look terrible. They were
Yeah, I
picking
mean
on
yeah,
they.
him.
hold on. Those are two good examples because the next part of the conversation of the show is building the Nets constructing the championship roster. But let's use Detroit Pistons and the Spurs as examples. That's an Eastern Conference team and a Western Conference team. Both are
Hmm.
aspirations of winning that chip. So we'll go to LM first. You know what I'm saying? Talk to us about Detroit and I mean the Spurs, well, whatever team first, and then we'll just go from there.
To me, with Detroit, like what's impressive to me is their size. Like they and realistically, um, well, I can't really speak for Duncan Robinson, but yeah, even well, sometimes he does. But in their lineup, they got size and they got the elite defender is Asar Thompson, but they got size and they got at least good defenders. Jalen Duran is a great defender. Tobias Harris is a pretty good defender. Asar Thompson is an elite defender. Duncan Robinson is an okay defender. And then Cade is a really good defender. Like you seen Cade a couple of games ago going and getting blocks and he gonna try on the defensive end. So I think for Detroit, they got the guys and they're just physical. Like they just have a physical unit. Like they bully you. They play that bad boy type basketball. I think in terms of their point guards is not afraid to go to the paint. He's not afraid to draw contact. Obviously, we know K being one of these guys. Um, in terms of San Antonio, De'Aaron Fox, uh, Shan Penny at times, Wemby obviously, uh, Devin Vassell, like they have length and they have size.
Yeah,
Castle,
Champagne had a
Darren
game
Harper,
out the
you know
other
what
day.
I'm
That was
saying?
crazy.
Yeah, like they got size. I mean, it helps having a 7'4" alien as well. But even without Wemby, they was winning games because of their size, because of
Yeah, their
they have
athleticism.
the assets and they have the talent on that team. Same thing with Detroit. I just think realistically, for in terms of Brooklyn and our team, what we need to be looking at when we looking at these guys is not just the talent, but uh, also the mentality in our team. Detroit and San Antonio got dogs, man. They got dogs that's gonna go out there and fight. They got dogs that's gonna challenge you. They got
So
dogs
so
that's
hold
gonna
on,
get it.
Brooklyn. So Brooklyn LM, because what I'm hearing is the common thread between championship rosters, the mentality and the identity of the team, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the identity of the team, the mentality of the team, the talent of the team. Of course, not everybody is the most talented on the roster, but good teams set by example, leaders set by example. You need to be able to run through a brick wall for your team. You got to go out there and have a leader that a good starting lineup or whatever the case may be. You got to have a good team that we willing to run through a wall for each other. You see that in Detroit and in San Antonio, which for their rebuilds took some time, but this is a team for better and less that have grown together. Most of these guys have been on these teams for a couple of years now. So they kind of have that chemistry on straight. But I mean, with Brooklyn, we just have to be able to. I think the size is, we kind of got more size, but I think for our team, it's really the mentality. Like we
Yep.
need dogs. Like we need dogs on this roster that's willing to grow, that's willing to get better, that's willing to do the dirty work. Like we need dogs on this team that's just gonna go get it. And right
Yeah.
now, it's hard to say I see it from anybody. It
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah.
I see it from Nolan, and I see it from Drake
Yeah.
sometimes on the defensive end. I see it from certain guys, but man, a lot of these guys, man, they just don't look like they willing to go get it. And I feel like
Yo,
that's the issue.
I
So
think I think you need like it has to translate in the locker room. Like other players got to respect you when you do that. When you have a team like Detroit, K got a lot of respect. So he sets the tempo. Him and Dylan Duran sets the tempo in that locker room. Everybody is in one unit. So it's not really that much coaching you got to do. Once you have that kind of locker room, the general manager got to put the right players in there and be able to handle them. Which what I mean is let them be who they want to be. Stop trying to dictate everything because you the GM and you the coach. Set up a play, let them run it. They know what to do. That's why
and Scott,
Detroit
I'm
is
sure you can
functional.
agree too, right? Like when you see JB Bickerstaff ain't always talking to the players. You see Cade talking to the guys. That's the leader.
Yeah, and
Hey yo,
JB
this is
is
what you
talking
need to
to the
do, man.
referees. He want
Right.
them calls. But
Cade
what I'm
talking to the
saying,
guys.
he ain't talking to the guys. He don't need to because Cade is doing it. They have an
Exactly.
understanding in the locker room. They have that who on the Nets have that? Nobody. You got 5 rookies. They don't know nothing. So
Not,
you got 5 rookies. You
I'm
in
not.
rebuild mode.
Listen,
Period.
hold on.
Actually, the 5 rookies make the other players look bad.
Hold on, Scott.
Actually,
Because I want to go to This Is JTV. I just wanted to say that I'm seeing strides of that in Nolan Traore, only because Jordy Fernandez is giving him the nod. It was a quote where Jordy Fernandez said, "I don't want him to look at me at the half-court line and ask me what to do. I just want him to play." Something towards that. That's not verbatim, but it was close to. I'm paraphrasing. But so yeah, I think he is going to get the nod from Jordy to be the floor general, be the leader of the team. It's happening right before our eyes. I got confidence of that. We got This Is JTV and John on the panel. We finna go to This Is JTV. Would you miss the part where we was critiquing player by player? So I don't know if you want to talk about that. And you know what I'm saying? And I don't know. Talk to us though, bro. What's the word?
What's the word? I was just popping out. I'm on my way driving home. I just heard y'all was live. I was listening, and then I saw you drop the link. So I said, "Fuck it, let me just
All right,
jump
man.
up in there."
Drive safe, man. Drive safe.
Yeah, I just got pretty much. I'm looking for parking now. I'm pretty much by the crib, but appreciate it.
Or shout out to Player One. He a moderator on the page. He sent another super chat. Telling you, man, Player One contribute a lot to this page, man. I can't even front.
And
He
he
said
be having
Spurs,
funny ass comment.
yeah, yeah. He said Spurs got 6 or 7 guys who can score 20 points any given night that all play defense. Nets need that kind of balance.
That's true too.
Fact. Now, what
That's
I will
true.
say, we got one in Nolan Traore. Now, I'm not saying he the stellar defender, maybe Drake Powell, y'all might say is, but he play defense. He don't give up on plays. There's like a few plays I've seen him run back that court on a fast break, and he'll stop a fast break. Like
Can I?
he,
Can, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
If Jago
No, I
and
just
Drake
want to say
and
I
Woods don't
agree with
play, Ben
everything
Surratt
y'all
can give you
said, but it's
20.
just like one thing we leaving out that they got that we still in the hunt for, and that is they got a young alpha star player on their roster on OKC and on Detroit. Detroit has Cade. OKC has Sha. We are still trying to figure out who our young star is that we're going to be building around. We don't
That's
have
true
that.
too.
Nah,
That's
but
true
hold
too.
on. Let's go to that let's have that conversation with Jay, because Jay was talking about Nike, and I wanted to talk to Jay about this because I seen AJ. You know, the Nets always talking about a character guy. They need a character guy, and the thing is, I just seen AJ DeBonster have like some kind of hurricane relief that he was giving aid to Jamaica, and he was able to do that with an NIL deal. Not to mention that. But of course, to mention that he got a sneaker deal with Nike, I heard. And I know you was talking about how, you know, that's what the Brooklyn Nets market need, a player that got a sneaker and yada yada whoop de whoop. So I kind of wanted to ask you, do you think to Joey's point, a franchise player is in our next draft in the AJ DeBonster or something like that? Like how you feel about it?
I feel like we definitely need somebody with a sneaker. Like that's that star power. That's somebody that the people really believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But is AJ that guy? I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully. Like
He
that's
could,
that's
but I
to be
just don't know. It
determined.
could be through the trade. It could be through whatever. Like the guy that we looking for that has that might be through trade. It might be through free agency.
Why would we do all of this just to make it through trade? It should be through
I'm
the
not
draft.
saying. I'm not saying you. No, I'm not saying you wrong in that. But I think AJ could be that guy. But I don't. You never know with the Nets. Like they might have a plan. That would be honest. If that was the plan, if free agency, like Giannis is with Nike. He's a signature athlete. He has his own shoe. If you're talking about getting him, he does
Right.
good for the Brooklyn market.
But
You can get some Giannis's, you know what I'm saying? But
I would definitely rather it be a fresh new guy than just picking up Giannis in the tail end of his career and hoping we can
yeah,
get it
I
right
agree.
with him. But
I would like
you're
AJ
right
to be
though.
that guy.
It could be, you know, Giannis. But we just need some top level talent. And Yeah, that top level
Or
talent.
even him or I think Ken Boozer signed with Jordan. You know what I'm saying? He a Jordan signature athlete. You know, he might got if you get him, you can get some kicks from Cameron Boozer, some Boozer kicks. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you land one of those guys, that's probably the two people I can see where you may have a chance to due to the Brooklyn market. You know, they got merch or sneakers that you can go get, which is, you know, the fan base gonna get behind them. So, but
Right.
I agree, they got to be young. I would like a young and upcoming guy to be that person.
Yeah, if I could choose, know what I mean? I would
Right.
I would go for that. But if we get Giannis, which I don't want, it's not like that's a super bad decision, I don't think. It's just that wouldn't be my first decision. And especially because of the Giannis and Kyrie thing. Giannis snatched our championships out our grasp. So I don't like that. But if he bring us a championship, could you really be that mad at him?
I know Breezy gonna be tight.
Oh no. It goes against our culture. It's like selling out. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man.
Yeah,
To be real, if
it,
Giannis
it,
gave Brooklyn a chip, would we really
all is
be thinking
forgiven.
about all that?
All is
Like,
forgiven.
come on, bro.
But
Giannis bring a
until
chip
that
to
point,
Brooklyn. They ain't no bad blood. I don't
Bro,
go fuck.
what I'm saying is more what I said is right. Like, I don't think he could win there no more after him. He cursed the Kyrie curse. You know, he got
man.
his win. He got his winnings through dirty doings, and the basketball God
dirty
shamed him for that.
dealings.
Yeah, it's dirty
What if
deeds.
Giannis come back, Breeze, but he bring Cam Thomas back with him?
Yo, stop it! Close the Cam chapter, quick, before we get a monologue. Stop it!
Yo, I'm crying.
Things to make you
Yo,
know.
I would be crying, yo.
Yeah, nah, that's what it is.
funny.
Hold on, we got John on the panel too. John, talk to us, man. Who you think we should draft, John?
Again, I think AJ the Boss just checks so many boxes. It's great that he does stuff to help other people in the world. That's amazing. But I just think competitive wise, he's been solid. Like, I get he may have not had a great performance individually against Peterson or Wilson, but he's been very solid for most of his college career. And he has the intangibles, uber athleticism, can score anywhere he wants on the court. People say the 3-point shot isn't there. Can we forget about the 3-point shot for a second? If you're a star caliber young player, your interior game, if it's that good, that's a guy you want on your team. So I feel like the boss is at the top. I would say Boozer's definitely separate himself from the pack just because he's been so solid, so consistent. People worry about his athleticism, but the dude is a physical tank out there. He's a power forward you could put on a rebuilding team that guy can help elevate a rebuilding team to a competitive team. So I feel like those two are at the top. Pearson slipped a bit just because people wonder about the availability, wonder about the character, if he's a team-oriented guy or he's just an individual guy. He's still going to be top 2, 3 regardless, but he's also up there for us as well. And then you have Caleb Wilson, the unknown, the guy who nobody really had a lot of faith in. He's proven everybody that he is that guy. He's got drive, hunger,
I ain't gonna lie.
determination.
I heard of Caleb Wilson. I was confident in Caleb Wilson. It wasn't because of me. It was somebody who was telling me about him though.
No, but he's definitely done great.
I
He's made a
forgot
great
who
case.
no, oh, it was CJ. CJ
CJ.
said that he beat Peterson, AJ DeBonstra, and Cam Boozer. He
Yeah,
beat the top
he's
3 picks, and after that, after I heard that, and then I had seen him with a kill list. He said, "Yo, all of these players that's in front of me, they not supposed to be better than me in the draft, and I don't like that." And he was like, "They on my hit list." He ain't say kill list. He said my hit list, and I think that I like his competitiveness. So yeah, I
do too.
kind of
I like his gumption.
yeah, I like
He's-
the fact that he talked like that, and that's an NBA competitive ready type of player. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody that's ready to go to the next level.
No,
I'm
I
sorry he broke his hand though, man, but I don't know if the Nets should take a chance on him because he broke his hand. I don't
It's
know.
his
I got
non-shooting hand, though, Breeze. So as long as it's not his dominant hand, I think that will heal very well. And I think he's arguably the best defender in this draft. And given Jordy's been preaching of wanting a great defensive system, given how bad it is right now, a guy like that at the power forward position who can guard multiple positions on the court. That is, honestly, I keep saying it, he is the definition of positionless basketball in this NBA era. So Wilson could bring a lot to this team. And ultimately, the goal is top 4, any means necessary. Tomorrow's a huge tank game for us. Pacers, if they can win and we don't, we get the second worst odds, which solidifies top 6, which is huge. That means we're 2 slots down from where we were last year. So at the end of the day, you got to give yourself the best chance possible. And I think it could work out for us somehow. But at the end of the day, we also have to think about, like the other guys are saying, contingency plans. The honest stuff, we don't know where that's going. But I would rather, like Jay said, have a fresh young star that we developed and drafted.
Turning it up, so both of them be on.
Facts.
Like that, that's where I agree with Jay about having a homegrown star is key for us. But the honest stuff, again, we have to know this front office. And Breeze, you know this front office. They like the established guys. They never really have developed homegrown guys.
But what about Boozer? Like, see, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to ignore. I don't want to ignore what Boozer is and what he do. You feel what I mean? See, this is what I mean. Like, I just want to make the right decision, bro.
I don't think there's a gap as much as a gap though. Like, Boozer's an amazing player. I'm not saying that he's not, but I think you win with a Caleb Wilson just as much as you win with a Cameron Boozer.
Okay.
Like, I feel like the impact on the team would be, in my opinion, the same. Like, Caleb on your team, I think he's a better defender than Boozer. He's more of a versatile guy that where you
That's very fair.
Switch him in terms he can guard a 1, the 2,
Is he
3, or
a
even a
weak side
4.
defender or is he a anchor stopper? Is he a defensive anchor?
I feel like he's more so on the perimeter and where he thrives at. I think he can be a defensive anchor. Like, if he in the paint, I think he will send your shot.
So he defends 3s and 4s.
He can defend the 3 to 4. He can defend your 2. He could arguably possibly defend your 1.
Positionless
like, he's a very multi-positional defender. He's
1 through 4, but you don't want him you don't want him getting trapped in that dotted though. Like, he's a good 1 through 4 though, in a weak side defender.
Yeah, in terms of the 5, like, I think if he's guarding it, like if you put him on a Jalen Duran or something, like, I don't know if he's gonna like stop him. Is
he gonna bring the mid range back to Brooklyn?
He can shoot mid-range.
He is. He can get to the mid-range spot. He's definitely bringing mid-ranges to Brooklyn. That's a fact.
Yeah.
All the guys at top.
All these guys can
mid-range, which is good. That's good.
I was in the park today practicing my midi, man, and it was just like, it's crazy that they trying to take this midi out the game, man.
Terrible.
It's nuts. It's terrible basketball.
That's what sucks about George's system is he doesn't let the rookies work on it. Drake Powell's the only guy who really has shown it. If Nolan could show it, like, you gotta let the rookies have an interior game. The 3-point game hasn't been as good for them this year. The only guy that could hit threes was Yegor before he hit his rookie wall. But the other rookies haven't been as comfortable for the 3-point line. So why not change it up? Let them get more confident in the interior. I feel like for Jordy, it's like, no, we got to keep the pace of flow with the game. Less dribbles is good. It's not good if they can't hit the shot. Like, that's where Jordy's kind of lost this year a bit.
Bro, who brought up the stat yesterday that we're 7th in the league in 3-point attempts and 30th in 3-point makes?
Right, I forgot. It was in the stat too. I seen that.
That shit is nasty work.
Yeah,
that shit is nasty.
Only the Nets, yo.
Like, I feel like if I'm a coach and I'm telling them to fly, it's gonna fall eventually. But then I see that we're 7th in attempt. Gotta change. Maybe these guys aren't. Maybe it's not gonna start falling eventually. Like,
oh man, 30.
It's the second half of the season, man. Jordy got to switch something up at this point. To Joey's point, I agree that it can't always be on the coach. It has to be on the players, and they do have to take accountability at some point. But if on that chalkboard, all you seeing is your coach telling you to put up threes, then, like, I mean, where's the development in that? Like,
this is the part that I wanted to add to it. This is why it's so important for Nolan Traore to develop the midi and the floater. Because if they run a pick and roll offense, he develop the midi and the floater, then he could score from there. And if he could score from there, and the defender that's guarding the corner 3 or the elbow 3 is going to cheat over to stop Nolan Traore's midi or floater, then you could get the corner, the whoever at the corner of the elbow to catch and shoot without dribbling the ball. I want to look at that percentage because I don't know if y'all know how important that is. The difference between a player catching and shooting without a dribble and catching it, dribbling it, and shooting it. The catch and shoot is a higher percentage. And when you got a young team like all of these rooks, they need to catch and shoot. You know what I'm saying? If a defender could force them to put the ball on the floor, it lowers the percentage. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to find that stat because I see how it impact the way we play the game. So
Another thing to know as well, y'all. We are, as of today, it is now March 1st. All right, we got 2 months left into this lottery. We got
May
1
10th.
month left into the season. It's April 12th is our last.
What's happening May 10th? Draft?
The draft lottery.
yeah.
It's Mother's Day,
Draft
and it's
lottery.
Mother's
Mother's
Day,
Day.
ironically.
So we got April 12th, which is our last game. So this is really the last month of Nets basketball. So
2 years,
I
LM.
mean-
We've done this for 2 years, this dance, man.
yeah, so this is pretty much the last month we're gonna see of Nets basketball. So I mean, this is really a time to where we really got to hone in. Utah just now got the 5th best odds. So New Orleans is now at 6 and Utah is now at 5. So we got a new contender in terms of competing with, in terms of securing, making sure
Yeah.
we stay away from that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at getting Boozer only because it seems that the dudes who they pops wasn't all that. The son be nice.
Unless you're Bronny James, Jay.
No, his pops is nice. That's why he's trash. If your pops was not nice, then you're trash. Like if your pops was not nice, he was just a role player. You turn out to be the star.
Could be
Like with Del
like
Curry.
Dylan Harper. Like you could say, I mean, of
Del
course,
Curry wasn't trash though, man. Come on.
But he wasn't no Steph Curry.
Yeah, don't do Del Curry like he was just.
Nah,
man.
Del Curry was alright, but to be fair,
Yeah.
he ain't Steph though. Like Steph is.
Hold on, no, hold on. You ain't never picked Del Curry on the game, Jay?
Never.
Nah, nobody. I don't think nobody did.
Never.
I picked
Never
Curry
picked
on the
Del.
game, man. Y'all wilding right now.
When did you pick Del Curry in what game?
You was using Charlotte? Oh, come
Nah,
on,
no, I'm
dude.
just saying when we was like assembling the team where you get to pick every player from like he on the bench somewhere. He not a starter or no shit like that. But
Never picking Del Curry.
But Jay got a point. Boozer could very well surpass his father. If he's doing that in Nets jersey, I don't mind it.
He's already got the body weight, which is amazing. And his father, I keep saying it, did an amazing job with his development and progression at such a young age. Like he's already has the system in place. It's just the team he has to be a part of.
And a crazy thing about him too is his rookie year, he will be 19 his entire rookie year. So like he's not even gonna be 20 yet. Like by the time the season ends, he's still gonna be 19. So I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see his development.
We could
whether
put a
he's here or
high
not.
caliber, if we could put a high caliber center next to Cam Boozer, man, we'll be back in the East, no doubt.
That's
why I called
you. You'd have said
yo,
The crazy
look.
thing is, AJ might find Diego better than MPJ.
Yo, hold on. Let me read this real quick. It say in basketball, catch and shoot players tend to have better shooting percentages when they don't dribble. Studies show that catch and shoot shots are generally more efficient than pull-up shots, with players hitting about 37.11% of their catch and shoot 3-pointers compared to 31.65% for pull-up shots. This indicates that players who shoot off the catch often have better success rates due to less interference and better positioning. That's all I was saying. And this is what I see in Diego. So if he's gonna, you know what I'm saying, shoot 37% opposed to 31% because he's playing off ball and at the 2 guard, I'm taking that all day in America.
Breeze, do you want him to just catch and shoot though, or do you want him to like be better at the other things and just like
I want him to be comfortable. And I know you said uncomfortable, but the comfortable part I'm talking about is in the play development side. Like shoot the three, that's what you're comfortable with. All right, the next part of that is the pump fake. So be comfortable with the pump fake and then get into basketball action after that, whether it be the sidestep three or the midi or the drive to the rim. But be comfortable in that next part of your player development because we already know you can shoot. You know what I'm saying? So to your point, yeah, the uncomfortable and the comfortable, be saying the same thing in other words. Like, but be comfortable doing more than just the jump shooting. And you gotta be uncomfortable if you're gonna be new at it, but get comfortable at doing it because the repetition is the best teacher. So I think that keep him at where he's good at, and that's the catch and shoot. I want to see that first, not only, but I want to see it first. You see what I'm saying?
He's also got to absorb contact getting to the interior. That's kind of been a little worried lately. It's like, is he just kind of like at that rookie wall where like I don't want to get hurt, I don't want to like get a hard foul, but it's like you have to do that, or else they're gonna think you're soft. So I think Jaeger has to prove to us he can get to the free throw line a bit more. We're not seeing that really at all lately. So he's got to get to.
What was the game where he tried to boom it on Brook Lopez? Like when was that?
Oh,
when
that
was the last time
that was the Clippers game. That was LA, right? When we took on the Clippers.
Yeah, it was just like that's why I want to see more than the catch and shoot. Like I get what you're saying, Breeze, but to me, that's what I really want to see. Like try to catch a body on somebody. Like try to get force contact. Like yeah, we know you can shoot. Like I know you're gonna get better at the catch and shoot. I know you're gonna get better at the pump fake. You're gonna work on that in the off season. But I want to see you catch a body. One of the things he said was I think they asked him, what do you think is the most underrated part of your game? He said, a lot of people sleep. I can dunk. Like a lot of people sleep on that.
Right.
Cool. I want to see more of that. Go try to dunk. Like
he was showing it, and then he just had a really bad month of February. Like he's got to like just get the switch unlocked, man. Like okay, you got to change it up. Okay, my threes aren't working. I can dribble interior. He shows like 2 games ago, he can dribble the interior and get a layup, or like it was like an underhand layup of some sorts. Why can't you do that 2-3 times, Jaguar? You have the ability, but it just seems like he don't want to get contact for some reason.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. I just wanted to read Player One chat. Player One been cooking all night. He said Caleb is a better defender, but if you draft in top 3, you're trying to go for the better offensive player. Boozer got it. Now I'm gonna keep it real with you. For a long time, we've been complaining as Nets fans about a rim protector. I'm gonna take Caleb over Boozer if this is the case. I don't necessarily need Boozer to be the number 1 option on offense, especially the way knowing Trey already playing the game. I want him the offense run through him anyway. So him coming here being the number 1 option isn't as necessary because of the way.
Are you crazy?
Whoa, wait, Breeze.
Are you crazy?
This guy's our
Did you watch the game last night?
You're saying Nolan is number 1?
Bro, I didn't say Nolan Traore the number 1 option. I'm saying
he wants to be number 1 over Caleb.
Bro, let me finish what I'm saying. I'm saying run the offense through him, run it through the pick and roll. Run that pick and roll. He's a pass first guard. It's not like he's going to get to the inside the paint and he's going to shoot the ball guaranteed every time. He's going to make sure Caleb, Cam Boozer, or whoever we draft touches the ball. Now, do y'all agree with that part? Do y'all agree if the offense is run through Nolan Traore, do y'all trust him to give the number 2 option on offense, whoever we draft, or maybe the number 1 option?
No, whoever we draft needs to be a number 1 option.
Cam Boozer has the physicality.
No, he's saying he's gonna get them involved and set them up.
Yeah, early in the game.
That person needs to be the number 1 option.
Right, but what I'm saying is the way Jordy Fernandez run the ball right now, play the game right now, coach the game right now, is the number 1 option is taking a jump shot. That's just what it is. Like they not getting to the rim. It's not even an option. It's you the number 1 option. You taking
the number 1 option also needs a point guard. Like
that's what I'm saying.
And AJ DeBonsta and Bruce and Caleb Wilson, they gonna need Nolan to set them up in certain.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Caleb and Nolan would be a perfect duo because you just talked about lob threats. This dude is like on a trampoline when he dunks the ball. So like Nolan and Caleb, Breeze, if that's what you'd want to go with in your theory here, I totally see that. If we get Cam Boozer, that dude is the alpha, and Nolan has to like.
Or like a Nolan and
Caleb is an above the rim player. He play above the rim.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Him, age. I'm imagining either Nolan or Caleb or Nolan and AJ just lob fest
Ooh.
where
Nolan
Whoever,
AJ
they
backcourt?
going
yo,
That would be
I just
sick.
think
on the
whoever we
fast
get need
break.
to be able to say, "Give me the ball and get the fuck out my way."
That's Cam
I
Boozer
agree.
and Wilson
That could be
and
Cam.
AJ.
That could be Wilson. That can be AJ. That can be. I mean, even with all of his,
So Caleb, so
sitting
you
out
say
stuff.
all four of the first four picks, they could all do that.
All
Give me the
four of those
ball.
guys can be like, get out of my way and let me do what I do. Yes.
Okay,
All
Yeah.
four
that's
of
fair.
them.
That's fair.
And that is why it is important we land in that top four. It is
We have to,
essential.
man.
Even
We
if
have
you don't, even if you miss out on AJ, Darren Peterson or Boozer, Caleb Wilson would be a wonderful addition to this team.
defensively. would be
He
great
really
upgrade,
would.
for sure.
He would be the best player on this roster. Hands
If-
See,
down.
this is another dope comment. Big homie Stay Silent say Caleb leading the NCAA in dunks. That's all I need to hear.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That not his division, but the NCAA. That's all of them.
And
He's also-
the crazy thing is, AJ DeBonsa is also leading the NCAA in scoring. He's averaging 25 points a
Right.
game right now.
Right.
AJ DeBonsa averaging 25 right now.
Yep.
Playing
Wow.
40 minutes
As
a
in the
night
month
right
of
now.
in the month of February, he averaged 30.
See, I'm getting.
So-
I need Caleb or AJ first, man. AJ or Caleb, man. I don't either one of them two.
I'm just saying, if you're getting AJ, you getting the dog. So
If we got the
So
second
did you
worst
play?
record,
Did you play AJ at the 3?
yeah,
yeah, MPJ.
you can put him at the 3. You can put him at
sayonara.
the 2. Do whatever you want. You gonna get a bucket though. No matter who on him, he's
So
gonna get a
what?
bucket.
So Nolan at the 1, Diego at the 2, AJ at the 3. That makes sense.
That would be.
You can
perfect
experiment
for
with
us.
that.
In the-
Yeah,
in the
you can
rebuild
experiment
part,
with that and see
And
how
you
it
gotta
goes.
move. You just move Clowney to the bench, and then MPJ got to play the 4.
MPJ at the
It
four
would be a
bad,
risk,
though,
but you would
please.
have to because I don't see them putting
I don't like
MPJ
that.
off the bench. But I mean, I would rather see Clowney at the 4 and see how that goes. But I mean, they're not gonna take MPJ off and put him off the bench. If you're going to start Yegor in that, I can see where they go with an MPJ at the 4, AJ at the 3, Yegor at the 2, Nolan at the 1 line.
Right, but what
Yeah.
I'm saying is, I'm not going to not draft AJ DeBonsa because we got MPJ. Because
Facts.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
fact.
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like
MPJ is that type of
the
dude.
thing with but MPJ, I don't want his usage rates to be so high like it is this year. It's like it's too
Oh,
high.
that's
We going
bad.
through.
That's
we playing
Jordy.
two-
That's
we
Well,
running
all we
open
know,
two
AJ
hands
might
too
come on
much.
this
That's a Jordy
team
problem.
and just been like AJ. I mean, for all we know, AJ might come on this team and be like, "Oh, MPJ, I got this. Relax," and just let me. This my team now. So it could be that, but you know,
I tell you this:
We'll
if we
see.
got AJ, you could offer MPJ in your picks for Giannis, and there you go. AJ at the 3, Giannis at the 4. Hey, Brooklyn Nets are back. Like that could even be an easier decision for
man.
the Nets to
That-
get
that-
AJ.
And see, that's what I'm saying. You know, everybody always talk about money and contracts, but what about morale and integrity? You know what I'm saying? Y'all just low morale by asking Giannis to come to this team. You know what I mean?
Listen, please. I
And you
understand.
could just-
Giannis might ask for
Giannis,
AJ to
but if we get the homegrown star, the window to win a title, you can add a Giannis and not to pay these guys for 3 to 4 years. That's a shot you take.
But
you
no,
have these
I'm not
games,
taking that shot because he showed injury through the playoffs on more than one occasion. 2 times
And
in a
he
row, he was
injured
injured
now?
in the playoffs. He was injured in the playoffs versus the Pacers, and he was injured in the playoffs versus the of the season before that. I think the Miami Heat.
the
And Jimmy
sad part
Butler-
is Milwaukee might not even make the playoffs because Charlotte is definitely getting that playing spot, and I think they're the 10th seed
Right.
right now. So they might be out the playoffs. So I don't even know. Like,
Listen, Giannis is
Giannis
leaving one
might be
young
looking
in
for-
2 months. He's out of there. They have nothing to offer to keep him, and it's going to come down to a bidding war with draft picks. Like the Spurs, OKC, us. There's not many other teams outside of those 3 teams that have the assets to get this guy. And unless he specifically says, send me to the Knicks who have nothing, then that's where he's likely going to go or not go. So if we're a destination, we have the picks and we have MPJ's contract to get it done. Now, that's if you get a top 4 guy. If we don't somehow get a top 4 guy, I'm not going after Giannis because then it's a waste. Because it's just going to be him and what you got right now, and that's not good enough. But you get the
if
young
Giannis
star,
leave,
possibilities are possible. after that.
Giannis leave, Cam Thomas might be the Milwaukee Bucks star player.
Oh man.
That might be they gone. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm with John. Like realistically, I'm not saying I don't mind a Giannis if an AJ DeBonster is here.
Only for
Because
AJ or
if the Gian
Peterson.
or any of the top four, because even if the Giannis experiment don't work out, you still have your franchise guy that you can build around in case
Right.
you want to, you know what I'm saying, get off the Giannis experiment. So if you get a top four guy, I'm cool with Giannis being here because that doesn't necessarily mean, you know, of course he's the superstar that he is, but you still got your core franchise guy as to where he's 19.
Right.
He can grow into, you know, being a star player, and then if the Giannis thing don't work out, you still got your DeBoston, you still got your Darren Peterson, you still got your Boozer or your Caleb. So
Right.
I
And
can see where it comes from.
we also got to remember with Jordy too, the way this guy coaches, he wants to win next year, like really badly. So it's like I don't think he'd be upset having a top caliber champion on a team with young guys that he wants to accelerate their development. So I mean, it's possible. Was it perfect? No, but this East is wide open right now. And look at Philly right now. They have an MB nightmare situation. This dude now has an oblique strain. He's got a hand strain. He's got every type of strain. There are teams right now that are eventually going to have to break it up in the East, which makes the East even more wide open for the Nets. We have a young core, we have capital, and we have a cap space. So in 1 or 2 years, the Nets can really just turn this all around. But like LM says, you got to get top four, or else the journey to do that would kind of be foolish at that point. It's like asking for a KD Kyrie redo, which we saw how that went. So it really depends on getting top four this year to make any type of
If
move.
I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think if you end up getting a top four player on this draft, on this team, depending on the moves you do next year, you might still have MPJ, but it is what it is. I think next year we are the Charlotte Hornets in terms of we will be probably a playing team. Maybe not the top 6 or 8 team in the East, but I think in terms of our young guys in our chemistry building, like I think we are the young team that the league is looking at. Like, yo, Brooklyn, they got with AJ DeBonster or Wilson or Boozer, Darren Peterson, like they got their top 4 guys. They might be the next young team to watch out for. And I think if it happens, which I hope it does, we'll be that next young team on the rise, like in a few years, like a Detroit or San Antonio, or I guess now Charlotte, or so.
Brooklyn LM. All right, so this is the last part of the show. The how the Nets construct the championship team. I'm gonna start off with AJ because I'm adding to what I said. You need, in my opinion, 2 players out of the point guard, 2 guard, and a small forward. You need 2 of those players to be able to get to the basket. If you got Nolan Traore and AJ, that's 2 out of 3 players. You don't need Yegor to get to the basket. If you got if you got Nolan and AJ being able to get to the basket. The same thing with Caleb Wilson. Even though Yegor might not be getting to the basket, if you got Caleb on the pick and roll with Nolan Traore, it's not needed as much as if we didn't have it. So case in point is you got to be able to attack the basket in 2 ways from the perimeter. If you could do it from the point guard and the wing, in my opinion, that's the best way. Championships teams do that. You know what I'm saying? And that being said, that's how I think you construct a championship roster. You need 2 players that will be able to attack the basket, and you need, you know what I mean? I think, but how y'all feel about the 2 players being able to attack the basket from the point guard and the wing?
Definitely do.
It's a good formula for sure. And I just think if we could also upgrade the center position, then we could do pick and rolls, all types of different offensive styles that we wish this team would have incorporated this year in a rebuild setting. So if we do get a DeBoss and you have Yegor and Nolan, we just need a center at that point. And then I think it's full steam ahead. It's just the Nets organization has to make those right type of moves because we are definitely missing that interior play that we are going to need, especially in a scrappy East, to be a legit team in 2-3 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With Caleb, you could draft paint help. If he's a rim protector and he lead the NCAA in dunks, those are all positives. The Brooklyn Nets don't have that. We need that.
Nope.
Even when he dunk, but he be doing a lot of Euro layups and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that, but I just think the separator is the midi. If Caleb Wilson could bring the midi, bro, Yeah, I would.
You got a
If we don't
dude
get-
in AJ who can get to his mid range spots. You got
Right.
a post game where he's gonna shoot over you. He has the post fade in his arsenal. He has counter moves to his counter moves. If you got him
Right.
going one way, he can go left. If you got him going left, he can go right. He can go up or under. He can get to the 3-point line and get to the rim in 3 steps. He's 6'9" with a 7'2" wingspan. Like the dude is a freak athlete. Like he can legit with a scoring arsenal. So you're talking about once you put him on this roster, things changes, and he may be able to help out Yegor too. Because at the fact of the matter is, I don't think with MPJ, who is I guess our number one option, like I said earlier, he don't really be seeing Yegor like that. What I'm seeing from AJ is even him being the main option on BYU, he has the ability to find his guys and get his guys involved. He can get you 6 assists. He can get you 7 assists. He can get you 8 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? So I think he'll be finding Nolan. I think he'll be finding Yegor. I think he'll be finding Clowney if he's on the perimeter. I think he'll find Claxton for the lock. Like he finds Koba Keita in the center. Like he can find him in the pick and roll, get him some feeds. Like he really is a versatile player. Like if you
Right.
get him, your franchise changes. Jordy doesn't have to struggle, I feel like sometimes in terms of drawing up plays. Like that to me is the overall thing. So I think with everybody, you may be able to have a thing where with Wemby where everybody is just in the correct spots, in the correct positions, and they don't have to struggle to be that guy. Like you have your guy in AJ, you can just do what you regularly do. But a Nolan and AJ pairing, that to me looks wonderful. That is
Yo,
something that you can
yeah,
work on and expand to, make it a
yeah.
duo.
Nah, I'm with you. I'm just about to close out the show. I gotta be up a little early, but big homie stay solid. I agree. And listen, if we don't want MPJ to play the 4, then I say trade him to a championship contending team. I think that would be good for MPJ. He come here for 1 year and have a situation where he went from the 4th option to the 1st option, and then he go back to a championship contending team with the Nets negotiating with both parties win, where we get what we want, maybe a draft pick, a 1st rounder, maybe, you know what I'm saying, something out of it that works for the Brooklyn Nets. But that being said, I'm not going to not draft AJ because I don't want to put MJ at the 4. I would trade MPJ just so I could put AJ the bounce
Would you
draft
trade MPJ for another pick, Breeze, on draft night?
lottery
Definitely.
night. Hell yeah.
Definitely.
No, draft
Definitely.
night. Would you trade
That
MPJ for
that's
another pick?
the most valuable situation. That would be the best
See,
outcome if we
See,
if
Breezy just said the smartest stuff right there. Because at the end of the day, if we do get the guy of our future, then MPJ, I won't say becomes expendable, but it's like you kind of don't want to give a big ascension to a guy that's like to be his mid-30s, his early 30s soon. Like Breezy said, he's better on a championship team right now than on a team that might be a year or two away from that. So it makes great sense if you do get the Bassa, find a team that wants MPJ, get another pick in this draft, or get extra assets to eventually trade for a star player.
and
I just
then
think right now with MPJ, he doesn't fit the timeline of being a contender right now. And then paying all that money this year ruins our flexibility. So, Breezy, you hit the nail on the head. If you get your
yeah,
guy you want, trade the guy for assets and move forward.
yeah,
Because it
we gonna
actually
we gonna
allows you to figure out Yegor's role better with that, too.
yeah, we gonna see how it plays out, man. But I gotta thank the members of the page. You know what I mean? I gotta thank Player One for the super chats. I gotta thank Scott. This is JTV, John, Notorious, Brooklyn LM for joining the panel. I gotta thank the chat. Y'all know we're gonna be back with more content tonight for after tonight's game. Will we play again? The Pacers? We play?
Cavs.
Nah, we
Yeah,
play
Cavs.
the Cavs.
Oh, Lord help us. Nah, but for real, we gonna be back.
Lord help us. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's right.
But I'm not probably gonna. What time they play?
3:30.
All right, so yeah,
Diego
I'm
not playing that game too, so
Why are we resting Jaguar? Like I'm done with this civilization.
I think it's something wrong with him,
Nah, it's the
right?
foot. I
It's
told
that
you,
it's
John,
that
you ain't want
plantar
to believe me,
fasciitis.
man.
That's his
Oh
foot.
no, not General Hospital again here, please no.
Nah,
Yeah, listen.
God, no,
I'm telling you, the way he run, I could tell it's be bothering him
that's what
sometimes.
they diagnosed him with, bro. It's not like I just pulled this out of thin air. But again, we're gonna see what's gonna happen with Diego. We're gonna again. I want to thank and salute all everybody that pulled up. We're gonna get some more content really soon. Yo, have a good day, man. Nets fans is the best fans. We're gonna be back with the recap, like probably like around before 10. I'm gonna try to do it before 10. All right, y'all. Later. Peace.
Peace.
Man, the